Hello, Algebra 1 people. Welcome back to week 2 here. Last week was an easy week because we just wanted to get everyone logged into the places they need to log into, and hopefully under the understanding that when you get an assignment on Manga High, you don't go through it just once, but you go through it multiple times until you can earn a gold medal and demonstrate that you understand that topic. All right. We did do a review last week, and we're going to do some new stuff this week, but we're going to start off with a little bit of a review on foiling. And foiling is what happens when you're trying to multiply two binomials together. And binomials, of course, like bicycles have two wheels, binomials have two terms. So suppose I had x plus 2, and I wanted to multiply it by, let's make it 2x plus 3. These are each binomials because there's two terms here. That's a binomial. There's two terms here. That's a binomial. X represents the first term in this first binomial. 2 represents the last term in this first binomial. 2x represents the first term in this binomial. And 3 represents the last term in that binomial. And the reason that I'm stressing like first and last terms is because the rules that we use for multiplying is we use this rule FOIL, where of course F stands for first, O stands for outside, I stands for inside, and L stands for last. So we're going to follow this rule of FOIL, and that tells us that when we multiply, the first terms we multiply are the first ones in the binomial. So x times 2x, each of these being the first terms, we're going to multiply those first. So x times 2x is 2x squared. Hopefully you didn't say 3x. That would be adding. We're multiplying. And then the second part of our rule says, look to the outside terms. So if we look at this, x and 3 are on the outside of our problem, aren't they? Way in the front and way in the back. So those are on the outsides of the problem. And therefore, we'll do those next. So x times 3 is going to give us a positive 3x. And then we're going to do the next thing, which is to look to the inside terms. So the inside terms here are going to be the 2 in the first term and the 2x in the second term. They're on the inside of that problem. So they're the inside terms. And when I multiply 2 times 2x, you get 4x. Okay, so we multiplied our first terms, we multiplied our outside terms, we multiplied our inside terms, and finally we're going to multiply our last terms. And once again, 2 is in the last spot of the first binomial, 3 is in the last spot in the second binomial. Those are our last terms, and we're going to multiply 2 times 3 to get 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. Now, before we finish, we're going to combine any terms that are like each other, remembering that like terms have the same variable raised to the same power. So if I look at this, I have a 2x squared, but there's no other x squareds here. So I'm just going to copy that straight down. But I do have some like terms here. There's a 3x, and I'm adding to that 4 more x's. So 3 plus 4x is going to be 7 x's. If you had 3 x's and you added 4 more, you get 7 x's. And the last term here is 6. So that's how you FOIL, okay? That should be review. And the first part of our assignment for the week is going to be foiling. Now, there is going to be a second assignment this week, and the first one starts on Tuesday and is really due on Wednesday. But I think I put the due date as Thursday just in case somebody needs a few more practice sessions on it. However, the second assignment should drop on Wednesday, but that assignment is due on Friday, so you're going to be able to work on that. Really, my original thought was, well, the first one will be for Tuesday, Wednesday, and the second one will be for Thursday, Friday. But then I thought, well, maybe some people want to start that earlier, so I'm going to set the assignment to drop on Wednesday, but understand it's not due until Friday. So you'll have one assignment due on Wednesday and one assignment due on Friday. Okay, this first assignment is pretty much just review. It's foiling, And then the second assignment uses the idea of foiling to do it. So that's why we're starting with this. Let's look at some questions on Manga High to see how they want us to use them. Here's the first one. It says, if you expand or if you multiply x plus 2 times x plus 1, the coefficient of the x term is the same as the coefficient on the x squared term. Well, let's try that problem. It's going to be x plus 2 times x plus 1. So I'll show you what I'm writing down here. It's x plus 2 times x plus 1. Let's go ahead and FOIL this. First terms, x times x gives x squared. Outside terms, x plus 1 gives us plus x. And then inside terms, 2 times x gives us plus 2x. And outside terms, 2 times 1 gives us plus 2. And again, we're going to combine our like terms. So we're going to have an x squared. Combining x plus 2x gives us 3x. And then we have a plus 2. So here's what we really get. We have 1. Remember, there's really like a 1 in front of that x squared. We normally don't write it, but the coefficient's really 1 there. And plus 3x. So the coefficient on the x squared term is 1. The coefficient on the x term is 3. Let's go back and look at what it's asking. It says, if you were to expand that, which we did, the coefficient on the x term would be the same as the coefficient on the x squared term. Well, once again, when we did that, we got a coefficient of 1 on the x squared term and a coefficient of 3 on the x term, so that's not true. They're not the same, so I'm going to say false. Yay, that was right. If you expand x plus a times y plus b, you have 2 terms. Well, no, I don't think so. Let's go back and look at this. When we expanded this binomial, or these 2 binomials, we got a trinomial. That's 3 terms. When we expanded this binomial, we ended up with 3 terms. So generally, when you multiply out or expand the binomials, you're going to get 3 terms, not 2. So let's go back to our question. I'm going to get 2 terms? No, I think that's false. If we were to expand x plus 5 times x plus 7, the coefficient on the x term would be what? Well, let's do this real quick. X plus 5 times x plus 7. Let's show you what I'm working on here. X plus 5 times x plus 7. X times x gives us x squared. X times 7, 7x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 7 is 35. Let's combine our like terms. X squared, 7x's plus 5x's is 12x's. So the coefficient on the x term is 12. Let's go back to our problem. 12. That's coefficient. Ooh, here's one. It's not even a binomial. It says just go ahead and expand this. So we're just going to have to distribute. Think about it. If we distribute it, what's x times x? X squared, right? And what's x times negative 8? Negative 8x. So we should have x squared minus 8x. X squared minus 8x right there. Well, what did I do wrong? Maybe I should have looked a little bit closer. Anyways, let's expand this one. 7x plus 77, right? Seven x plus 77. Yay. Expand this one. What's a negative x times 4x? Well, that's negative 4x squared. What's a negative x times 3? Well, that's negative 3x. So we're going to hit negative 4x squared minus 3x. Yay. Let's expand this one. Negative 5 times x, negative 5x. Negative 5 times 2, negative 10. So this should be negative 5x minus 10. Expand this. Well, let's do that. X plus 7 times itself. When we square something, it just means we multiply it by itself. So I'll show you what I'm working on here. I have x plus 7 times x plus 7. X times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. 7 times x is 7x. And 7 times 7 is 49. Oops, plus 49. Combine our like terms. So we get x squared. 7x plus 7x is 14x plus 49. So we should get x squared plus 14x plus 49. Go back to our problem. X squared plus 14x plus 49. Okay, so we went through there. I don't remember. Why was I missing? Oh, because we timed out on the first one. Got one wrong, and I don't know why I didn't look. I must have clicked on the wrong one. But anyways, we went through it once, and already we're on the hard level. So if we were to go through this 2 more times and answer some questions, we'd be able to get to the extreme level and hopefully earn a gold medal. It really shouldn't take too long, especially when you have 2 days to work on it. Just make sure you're using your time wisely. Again, if you have any questions, you can ask me on Google Classroom. The other thing right here, I wanted to show you this. It says, review my questions. So if you want to go back here, wow, cool sounds. We could, I put minus 4x. Is that the one that I missed before? Anyways, if we wanted to look at the questions that we missed, we can go back and do them. And then if you didn't know how to do it, you can always click on show solution, and it says, oh, you can do this, and it shows you step by step what you need to do to get the right answer. So the first stop, if you're having trouble doing these, is to use the review command and use the show solution command to try and figure out the right way to do these problems. If you still have questions, you can post them to Google Classroom, and I will get back with you probably with a video to show you how they work. All right. Good luck with these. Remember, this first assignment is going to be due on Wednesday, so make sure and finish it by Wednesday because you have another one coming down the pipe. And all of you should have a good week. We'll see you soon.